Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ace Attorney today. We're gonna begin before anyone gets hurt. I forgot the glasses. I forgot to wear my glasses today. But you know what? It's okay. I've still got the suit on. So that's all that matters. I'm gonna do for this series what I did for the first Ace Attorney game. The first stream we did, I had a full suit on. For the rest of the streams afterward, I'm wearing my normal t-shirt, but I have the suit jacket, and that's what matters, ladies and gentlemen, alright? Without further ado, let's begin. Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. Alright, chapter 2, we're starting. Oh, chat, maybe because I'm not wearing my normal glasses, I can wear my Girl Queen Pussy Boss glasses.
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road.
I remember this.
As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved.
I remember that too. It was the maid.
But no sooner had my friend saved that Eastern Exchange student from his harrowing plight.
Ooh.
Then in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight, did a second bizarre crime rend the stillness of that very night.
Bruh.
I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day. Haunted apartment of death, the condemned criminal's curse, the dread demon of coal gas.
Oh my
Yet,
god.
though the great detective
Don't tell me Mr. Garadeb got killed.
upon his arrival at the scene, it only proved to be the overture that announced the rising of the curtain
Whoa.
on a most tragic play.
I like how the ink is colored with the... That's cool. Where's the explosions? We had that last chapter. Oh, he's back. Here we go. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a fledgling lawyer just starting out on my journey. 6 months ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law. Having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. If this game isn't crazy, I'm leaving. Bro, we just started the chapter. You gotta... It's not how storytelling works. And on the way, in quite extraordinary circumstances, I made the acquaintance of a world-famous detective. Oh my god, show me Mr. Holmes. Or Sholmes. Shit. Currently, I reside in the attic of the detective's own lodgings, from where I run my legal consultancy of sorts. I want to see hot ladies and explosions. I swear to god, the first girl that's going to come on screen is going to be Iris, and then Wings is just going to leave. I've successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Bailey. But since a particularly grueling and unforgettable legal battle 4 months ago now, I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I lost my right to return. But that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale. A tale which was now about to awaken from slumber. Thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland. Who the fuck is Iris? Oh, you'll see. Is that kitty cat? Is that kitty cat? Or is that my stomach? What a delicious smell. It's my stomach, wafting up the stairs. It must be nearly time for breakfast. I'd better go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite and say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate. Alright. And they were roommates. Dude, I'm excited to see him again. 30th August, 7:28 a.m. Sholmes' suite. Hey, Wings. So, we were talking about Iris a little while ago. And now you meet the lass herself. This is not... If you say anything suggestive about Iris, I'm gonna tell you now. We will shoot you. Okay? I'm not threatening my viewers, by the way, Twitch moderators. I'm not threatening my viewers at all. But I will shoot you. Alright. Ah, Bruno, good. I was just about to call up to you. The bacon's ready. Good morning, Iris. It smells delicious as usual. She's matured a little bit. I have to give her a slightly deeper voice. Is the excuse I'm saying. I missed the dialogue. Wait, fuck. He interrupted me. For me, I have some news. I had a surprise this morning. Okay. I did. Shh. Not another word, Mr. Naruhodo. This could be just the abstruse thing for my pre-breakfast stagnation-repelling mental stimulation, my dear fellow. Morning to you too, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes. I see. So that's, oh my god, he's getting close. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. The truth is clear to me as day. My faculties of observation have revealed it again. What are you talking about? You, Mr. Naruhodo, you have this very morning met with a surprise. Your hand in marriage, sir, exactly. Well, is that not the case? Really, my dear fellow, it barely warrants explanation. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkempt, somewhat reminiscent of a bird's nest. Secondly, you have neglected to fasten the third button on your jacket. Clearly, when considered together, these two facts point to you having been flustered this morning. ... Can I talk now? But of course, though I don't look for admiration, you understand. My hair always looks like this. It's been this way since I first met you. Oh, it has. I've been looking at your ass the whole time. And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember. By you. Hurley pulled your button off. Whoa. Whoa. In what kind of context? In what kind of context? Ah, yes, I recall the incident now. It was after supper, was it not? I wanted to I was ravenous. As the evening advanced, I picked up my violin and began to play the wailing notes of a haunting tune. But then, to my utter dismay, the third string snapped! Why did it have to happen? Why? Little wonder, then, that in my vexation, I grabbed the first button I saw and ripped it from its proper place. Well, I'd like it back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket. And it's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is. Somewhere thereabouts on the floor, one presumes. Helpful. What matters at the present time, my dear fellow, is simply whether or not my deduction was an earring. But Hurley, Bruno said it when he came in, didn't he? I had a surprise this morning. Iris. Well, that really is a surprise. What's up, Shoddy? Yes, this man is the pride of the British Empire. The famous consulting detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. There can't be a single person in the world who doesn't know his name. Alright then, enough of this silly conversation. Come and eat this bacon before it goes cold. And I have a new herbal tea for you to try too. My latest special blend. And here we have Iris Wilson, Mr. Sholmes' lodger and companion. Don't phrase it like that. A truly exceptional young... I'm Mr. Sholmes' companion, okay? Who's the author of a highly successful serialization here in London. Yes, The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, as published in Ranced magazine. He's basically her, like, father. He's raising her. Just say that. So, Mr. Naruhodo, won't you put us out of our misery? Kill me right now. What surprised you this fine morning? Well, I received a letter from Japan. Dude, I bet you Wings left right before Susato was about to come on screen, too. Like... He was looking for ladies, and he's gonna miss out. I'm just saying. From Susie, you mean? Was it really? Yeah, that's right. And she had some rather startling news, in fact. Ah, intriguing indeed. You must tell us about it over breakfast. Oh yes, what fun. Converse. Miss Susato's letter. This is the letter that arrived from Japan this morning by International Post. Oh, how lovely. Look at Susie's beautiful writing. I wish I could read it. And how is your judicial assistant faring, may I ask? She's very well, thank you. In fact, according to what she's written, she actually appeared as a lawyer in the Japanese Supreme Court and won a case. Ah, really? Oh, isn't she wonderful? She is. A cut above your good self, my dear fellow. I've won cases too, you know. Apparently, Mr. Natsume appeared in the trial as a witness. Natsume. No, I don't recall that name. Of course you do. We helped the man twice. You know, in those 2 cases that took place on Briar Road 6 months ago. They keep saying 2 cases. We're gonna get, like, this whole case about to be a flashback. I guarantee you. Ah, the mustached, twitchy man with the somewhat feline eyes and the mustache. He just described me. he just described me. He didn't have 2 mustaches earlier. Yes, who could forget those 2 cases? They made a very deep impression on me. Bro, why would you lag right now, OBS? Bro! OBS! Oh my god, OBS is fucking me right now. OBS, are you gonna fucking shit yourself again? Please do not, okay? My god. If that happens again, I'll have to lower the bitrate. The details are murky, is what he said. A very deep impression they made on you, clearly. Starling knows. Oh my god, fuck you, OBS. Fuck OBS. No, chat. Fuck OBS. Fuck OBS. Come the fuck on, OBS. Come on. Fucking do your job and don't fuck up, please. It's because I have the shades on. I have to say fuck a lot. So what was the startling news penned by Mr. Sato? Do you remember the case of the haunted lodgings, Mr. Sholmes? Oh yes, it's very interesting, you know. I don't feel entirely uncertain that a case of that nature did not occur. He's totally forgotten then. Anyway, in her letter, Mr. Sato asked that we read over her case notes again and investigate further. Though it took place half a year ago, for what purposes? Because of something that Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently. He suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly might have something to do with that case of the haunted lodgings. Oh, my interest has been piqued. On Mr. Natsume's return to Japan, Mr. Sato's father questioned him about the case, she says. And something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Professor Mikotoba, prompting him to send that telegram. Oh, that case, yes. It was very strange, wasn't it? What? Hey, you can't play this theme right now. You can't play this theme right now. Because you know, the only thing I think of when I hear this music, the track. Oh, I don't know, laddie. I do be having a wee bit of trouble here. You could defend me in trial. That's the only thing I think of when I hear this song. The only thing is Mr. fucking McGilden and his ass. Not like his ass, but like his ass, you know what I'm saying? Yes. And I had compiled the whole story into a nice, neat manuscript ready for publication, too. But then Hurley here was all funny about it, remember? He was very mean. This story must not be published, you said, very mysteriously as well. Really? I said that. Are you sure? Are you gaslighting us? Do you perhaps know something about it as well, Mr. Sholmes? About my Mr. Sato was suddenly told 4 months ago that she had to return to Japan. This song makes me want to flip a coin with my thumb, just... It's been 4 months now since we waved Susie off at Dover. It was such a shock, wasn't it? The way she just suddenly announced that she had to go back to Japan. Indeed it was, due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe. They're doing the recap segment, and I'm just like... I remember all this. That's right, telling her to return urgently. Yes, because her father had passed away. No, it just said he was suffering from a high fever, the cause of which was unknown. He's not dead. But according to this letter, that news about her father's fever was just a ruse. A ruse? So Susie's daddy lied to her. God, I hate my generation. We've ruined that word. We've ruined that word. I read that and felt like a verb, like a flashbang in my head. We really did ruin the word daddy. We really did. We really did. Cause like factually, there is nothing wrong with what Iris just said. But in my heart, I'm just like, I read that and the first thing I could think of was, oh, Ryunosuke's a daddy, actually. And now I don't know what to do. Then she'd make the voyage back home. Why would he do that? I have to admit, I have absolutely no idea. It's okay, Crisis. I know you did it too, I bet. But she believes it's almost certainly related to the case of the haunted lodgings. Summoning her back to Japan so suddenly, like that. I mean, not important. I wonder what Mr. Sato's father is fighting. Hurley, do you know what it's all about? What is a gender-neutral version of daddy? Parenti. Parenti. Oh, well, who can say? What? But you said... Please, I have engagements, my dear fellow. My calendar is quite surprisingly full today. And a stringent analysis of the matter would be excessive, I feel, even if I were quite at leisure. So, man the fort in my absence, won't you, Iris? I will, Hurley, don't worry. See you later. And there he goes, like a kiss in the wind. He scudded off rather quickly, though. Oh, this game awakened things in me. I think Professor Mikotoba isn't the only person hiding something here. Saseki-san was involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published. By, of all people, Mr. Sholmes. On the lips. I found them at last. Iris, are they... The notes about the case? That's right. We used the same model from the last game. Susie and I compiled them together. The Case of the Haunted Lodgings. Do you want to read them, Runa? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Iris. I was not expecting this song to come on. This is the song that last game they used as like the final cross-examination music. This was like only played once in the entirety of last game, and here it is just bumping, just chilling. I have no idea what secrets could be still hiding in the shadows of the case. But perhaps if I read over the notes again, something might come to light. That's the spirit. And so, Iris and I decided to read over the case notes together. I'm playing the violin. Everything from what happened to our investigation and that fierce battling. Yeah, this entire chapter is going to be a flashback. Reliving every detail. I need to find a clue. And I have all the time in the world. Because, of course, I'm no longer allowed to practice law in the courts of Great Britain. Damn. You know, who would have thought that broadcasting state secrets in the open courtroom would have consequences? Who would have thought? Like, I didn't. It was 6 months ago. A mysterious incident that unfolded on the wintry streets of London. Miss Olive Green! I remember her. What a beautiful lass. A young woman was found laying on the snowy pavement of Briar Road with a knife in her back. Fortunately, her life was spared, but she was unconscious for several days following the incident. The fog was thick and nobody saw her attack her, but by a cruel twist of fate, a visiting Japanese student was walking behind her at the time, and was duly arrested. Our main man! That man was Saseki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Sholmes. Believing in our compatriot's innocence, Sasato-san and I decided to represent Saseki-san in court. This guy's a real dude, by the way. I know, I read about that. It's really funny. And after a grueling trial of many twists and turns, we finally managed to prove his innocence. Show me Barak. Show me Barak von Zieks. Joyful, joyous, jubilant jubilation was the man's reaction after the trial. But his jubilant jubilation was short-lived. He got murdered! No, there was a second case. We received a telegram from Mr. Sholmes the following morning. He fucking robbed a Barnes & Noble and got arrested. The victim of the Briar Road stabbing has regained consciousness. Hurry to Bart's at once. Bart! Only eggs can sustain me. So Sasato-san and I summoned a hansom and headed immediately to the hospital. Summoned a hansom? Where's Barak? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look at that! There's a rat! Chat! Look at the rat! 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 Take a look at the rat! Look at the rat! Take a look at that rat! Bopping his head like you don't know where he at! Look at the rat! Take a look at that rat! Look at the rat! Take a look at that rat! Look at the rat! Take a look at that rat! Bopping his head like you don't know where he at! Oh my god, we're chilling. There you are at last! He's talking to the rat. Good morning, Mr. Sholmes. I think not. You bitch. Oh. Taking the glasses off. You're late. What on earth took you so long? I had to occupy myself with this rat friend. Your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Sholmes. It's a 20-minute ride to the hospital. And that's right, and it's 5:30 now. I think we made very good time. The time is utterly irrelevant. The fact is, I have been waiting for what has felt like an eternity. In point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram boy. And feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been roused at such an hour, I sent one to you. Well, thanks for that. I'm sorry, Sholmes, my beloved. I'm sorry, I'm so normal. Don't worry, I'm normal too. Anyway, you're here now. So, the victim is over there. She's only just regained consciousness. We get to talk to Miss Olive Green. Ah! You should introduce yourselves, and I shall observe from here. So that's the lady who was found on the snow-covered pavement with the knife in her back. Her name is... yes, here we are. Miss Green. Look at her! I love her. I love her. She's my favorite. Can I look at the rat? I can look at the rat. Eek! A mouse, Miss Naruhodo. An enormous mouse. Vermin in a hospital. That doesn't seem the best. But it looks like a very healthy specimen, doesn't it? It's very plump. I'm not sure we can say that's down to the excellence of this facility, if that's what you were thinking. I think it is. She's so rotund. I love her. Good morning. Ah! Oh! All my voice were like this. Mickey Mouse. Ho ho! She's a painter! Hello, I'm Rinosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Oh no! Was it your knife that... Are you the man who... No. I'm a lawyer. But I will stab you. She's got a little key. And I'm Susato Mikotoba. I'm the one who stabbed you. The key to my heart. Oh no, was it your... Are you the one? No, I assure you, I'm just Naruhodo's judicial assistant. We heard that you'd regained consciousness and wanted to come give you our best wishes. We defended the man who didn't stab you. Best wishes for me? Thank you. I'm Olive Green. I'm an artist. Well, no, that's not right, is it? What I mean is, I'm trying to be an artist. Why would she and Mr. Natsume get along so well? Why do them two would probably get along so well? You know? They should date. Her and Mr. Natsume, get them together. She's doing her best, bless her. Have you guys heard of AI art? Ah, it's so terrifying. AI art was the one who stabbed you, Mrs. Green. No, it can't be. Chat, topical humor on my channel? Whoa. Well, what I really mean is I just really want to be an artist. But the truth is, I don't have any talent. I know I don't. Shoddy. In the words of Aaron Hansen, do you think I came out the fucking putsy drawing Mozart? In the words of Aaron Hansen. It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back. I don't think that's related, actually. Gosh, this young woman seems to bend over backwards to put herself down. It's me! Seeing as we're here, we should ask her about what happened from her perspective, I suppose. Hold on, real quick. I can't look at that? I was just very interested. What about that? I'm interested in that. This rounded wooden figure isn't the most charming, is it? I don't think that's a decoration, Mr. Naruhodo. It's an artist's mannequin, I believe, used when practicing sketching the human form in different poses. Really? It's not exactly what you'd call a typical figure for that purpose, though, is it? No, I suppose not. I confess I've never seen one quite so full-figured before. Well, if you want to draw a full-figured person, it's the right tool for the job. Chat, it's what the artists of this game used to draw her. They just snuck in one of their sketch pads as a as a model about the incident. To suddenly be struck in the back by a blade as you were walking along the pavement. You must be pretty fucking unlucky. What a terrible experience you had, Miss Green. She's like, I hear Miss Green, all I can think of is Clue. But it was Mr. Green in Clue, not Miss Green. This is his wife. It was so cold that day, and the fog was so thick. I couldn't see a thing. That was 4 days ago now, I think. Isn't that right? Yes, for a moment I thought, no, it's 4 months, but then I remembered we were in a flashback. Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose all that time. But the case has been solved, hasn't it? Well, I've been here in hospital, I mean. Indeed it has, my dear madame. Spectacularly by none other than I, Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, as you well know, it was Mr. Naruhodo's hard work in the court that solved the case. Damn, shawty. Are you yet to hear what happened, Miss Green? Yes, I'm afraid so. A gentleman from the police force is supposed to be coming to fill me in shortly. We can send him home. We can fill you in. Oh, I see. You glory hog. Me coming round seems to have made everyone frantically busy. I'm so sorry. I should never have regained Oh, it's me. Oh, chat, it's me. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. God, she's my most relatable character. All right, she just like me for real, for real. I feel like Denji. She just like me for real, for real. It was so selfish of me. Oh no, we're also relieved you're on the mend, Miss Green. Really, we are. With that kind of an attitude, maybe your surname should be Blue, not Green. I'm such a nice, charming man. I'm just looking at the rat. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the rat. So you're an artist, are you, Miss Green? Oh no, I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. I mean, I'm a student of art, really, at the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts. Thorndike Academy of Fine Ass. An Academy of Fine Arts. Great Britain is such a wonderful country. Tell me, Miss Green, do you live hereabouts? Oh no, actually. I don't deserve it, but I have a little flat on Brixton Road. Her hair is a little paintbrush. I see. How very interesting. Oh no, is it? Brixton is some 10 stops away on the underground from here, and Thorndike Academy is a mere 3-minute walk from Brixton Town Center. Does that matter, Mr. Sholmes? Perhaps not, but Briar Road is a far less salubrious part of town by comparison, dwelt in those of inferior means, including the maleficent Mr. Mustache. Inferior means? I suppose Saseki-san does fit the bill. Poor bitches! It struck me as somewhat out of the ordinary for a young fine arts student to be walking in such a district. That's all. What were you doing there, shorty? What's this? She suddenly clammed up. Mr. Sholmes, you should be ashamed of yourself, prying into a young maiden's private affairs. You can pry into my affairs anytime. Oh, dear me. Do forgive me. If you don't mind, I'm being discharged shortly, so I need to pack up my things. Ah, yes, of course. We won't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green. Wait, chat. Just making sure that there was no Mr. Sholmes, like, chilling on that bed or anything. Ah, this looks like the patient's treatment notes. Let's see. Do not feed. Oh! You bitches! You fucking bitches! Oh my god. What is this place, a zoo? You know, I seem to remember seeing an almost identical sign in our local park. For the pigeons, yes. This is a person. Poor woman, I hope she hasn't read this. Oh no! She just like me for real, for real! Oh. Look, there's a photograph in the frame here. It's of Natsume. Clues. It's a picture of a young gentleman. He looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say. Mr. Green, perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think? My, Miss Naruhodo. I didn't know you had a sense for matters of the heart. Not in the least. I sincerely said the first thing I thought of. Chat, I am also not very good in matters of the heart. Is there Mr. Naruhodo here? Mr. Naruhodo? Narrow fodder now. There's just more of her to love. I agree, Crisis. That's, well, if you're looking for Naruhodo, the lawyer, that's me, but... Mr. Naruhodo, good. That's just for you. It's a message from, Mr. Saucy Nutsmeg. Mr. Natsume? I did not know who they were talking about. I did not understand it. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, Natsume, that makes sense. Saucy Nutsmeg. But why would a policeman be delivering a message from Mr. Natsume? Exactly. What's going on? He's been arrested. What's a Scotland Yard constable doing playing delivery boy this time in the morning? Oh, what are you waiting for? Let me see that. Oh. My beloved Saucy Nutsmeg. Well, this is most unexpected. Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes? Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes, he says. Have you not seen this note? No, how could I have? It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case calls. A case of murder, no less. We must depart at once. Murder? This is the someone just got fucking murdered theme. And I'm jamming. Call a cab and let us dab. Time is of the essence. But the trouble is, we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit in his lodgings once we did. That will be entirely convenient. Convenient? What do you mean? It's all here in the note, my dear fellows. That murder we must investigate took place at Mr. Mustache's lodgings. Wait, what? I'll hear a fierce at once. I don't know what that word meant, but I said it with full confidence. It was only yesterday that Saseki-san was in court and we were dispelling doubts about his innocence. And now, the very next day, there's a murder at the man's own address? He may very well be the unluckiest man alive. Or so it seemed to us at the time, but we were soon to discover it was worse than we thought. Jesus fucking Christ. Give me the jingle. Give me the jingle. No jingle, man! Jingle all the fucking way! Mr. Natsume's lodgings! Are we gonna see Wagai? Shakespeare? Wait, that dude was in the first game! What on earth? He was in the first game for like 2 minutes. Do you remember him? Oh my, the gentleman is deceased without question. He's dead. Look, I'm dead, Mr. Esquire. Fuck! He's got like blood on his hands. He's like, fuck. Like, Mr. Natsume. Oh, why? Why is this happening? This was a dude Mr. Natsume used to debate Hamlet with, I think. Why to me? I've only just got out of court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery. And then I wake up the next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Wonderful worm without wiggle. There's no wiggle. I see you're in high spirits again this morning, Mr. Mustache. Not the horrible hair luck, Sholmes. Shoo! Shove off! Show yourself the door! I never invited you! Mr. Sholmes came here with us. Dude, this is like a dead body we're seeing. That's cool. I love this man. I'm quite sure he'll be able to help you, Miss Natsume. Miss Natsume, this is my boyfriend. Alright? There's nothing you can say around me that you couldn't say around him. I'm entirely at your disposal, Mr. Mustache. What can I do for you? Was it? That case hasn't happened yet. Think about where we are in the timeline right now, Crisis. That case hasn't happened yet. This is our boy, Gregson. Yeah, here they are already, the busybodies. Oh, Inspector Gregson. What a pleasant surprise. Pleasant, is it? Gives me heartburn every time I see your face at a crime scene, Sholmes. Ha! I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food. Shut up. Good morning, Inspector. This is a crime scene. Don't you go touching anything. Or good morning to you too, Sunshine. They haven't arrested him yet? Look at those grippers. Oi, wash that hands off. You're gonna mess up my crime scene. Oh, no, I just wanted to look, that's all. No chance, I know you're kind. You'll mess it up just by looking at it. Someone's in a bad mood. There's certainly some bad air in here, isn't there? Alright, it sounds like I'd better talk to Inspector first and try to curry some favor with some curry. I just pull out like a plate of curry. I don't know what I'm doing. So, Inspector, what was the victim's name? Who was he? He's Will. Mr. William Shamsphere. He was a lodger here. It really is Shakespeare. As you can probably tell, he was an actor. Bit of a dead loss as it happens, just dead. Mr. Shamsphere? It was the landlord, old Mr. Garradeb, and the other lodger, Mr. Natsume, who found him. A fella didn't rise at his usual hour, so Garradeb got worried and kicked the door down. But doesn't Mr. Garradeb have a bad leg? Oh yeah, you're right there. It was that jittery Japanese hunchback over there who actually did the kicking. Really? Soseki-san? The victim was pretty on up, it seems, having done some time inside for petty crimes. He had no money, no place to go, and no friends. His only acquaintances were the people in this house. Miserable life and a miserable end to it. So what exactly is Mr. Natsume still doing here? He's not involved in the investigation, so shouldn't you have sent him away from the crime scene? I could say the same thing to you. Well, I'm not saying this because the fella looks old or anything, or that he acts suspicious, but I thought it'd be prudent to take a statement from the culprit, I mean, cohabiter. You nearly said culprit there, didn't you? Oh dear. Mr. Natsume appears to be under suspicion again. It certainly seems that way. He does just come across as such an odd fellow, doesn't he? Poor man, how unfortunate. Anyway, I can't say much until the coroner gets here. But I don't think the fella's been a goner that long. Body's still warm. Even if the inspector would allow it, I don't think I could bring myself to touch a dead body. I want to slow dance with someone to this song. Or not a slow dance, kind of a fast salsa, you know? I'm lonely. What a terrible thing to have happened. It's only been 3 days since I was arrested for the incident on the pavement outside. And then, having finally regained my freedom, it starts happening all over again. Endless existence of excruciating experiences. So the victim lives here on the ground floor, and your room is just one story with a Y up, isn't it? With a E, sorry. That's right, in a way we were neighbors, I suppose. So did you know the victim? Were you friends? He's kind of weird. He looks back at the body like, did I cover up my tracks? I'm playing a Game Boy right now. What's the matter with Soseki-san now? It was an innocent enough question, wasn't it? Why does he seem so shaken by it? Well, I suppose he wasn't a complete stranger. But did he ever invite me to his room? Never! On my honor, I swear it, I did not fuck this man in the butthole. What an extreme reaction. Oh no, they're gay. You're probably wishing you never asked now, aren't you, Miss Naruhodo? You know, I mean, he's an actor, so he's definitely gay. And then this guy's an author. Could definitely be gay. When we found him here, I felt wretched, which is why I sent word asking you to come. There's that inspector over there! What the fuck are you doing here? Don't mind me, I'm just JoJo posing up in the corner. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? Huh. You need only observe to know it, my dear fellow. Investigating, naturally. There is nothing natural about that pose. Star Platinum, the world! Mr. Sholmes, have you made some miraculous discovery? I've made the discovery that we have similar types of stands, Jotaro. Patience, my dear madame, patience. We've not been here in this room 5 minutes. So far, all I've managed to deduce is what actually happened. My goodness. But isn't that everything we need to know, Mr. Sholmes? And now that you propose the idea, I believe one could indeed see it that way. He's so fucking extra. At the present time, I've managed to draw 2 incontrovertible conclusions. The first, that there was a physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life. Ah! Mr. Natsume, what's wrong? Is something that Mr. Sholmes said significant somehow? No, don't mind me. Forget I was here! And my second conclusion is that there was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips. Nonsense! Ah. Alright, Mr. Natsume. Why do I look friendly to Mr. Sholmes' instructions? No, he didn't kill. You wanna know why? Because he's a free man in the future when he gets sent back to Japan. So he's not him. We have confirmation. Invisible, ineffable, inscrutable, insignificant. It's me. Impossible to ignore. You must tell us everything, Mr. Sholmes. Spare no detail. Are we doing it? But of course. Let the theatrical tragedy before us be unraveled by my great deductions, presented for your pleasure in 2 acts. We've heard some truly astounding great deductions from Mr. Sholmes in the past. No doubt this will be no exception. What miracles will unfold before our eyes this time? I'm excited. My dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Herlock Sholmes, Lodging and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1. The Great Deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Cause of death. Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. The foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, butter, 1/2 of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Why is this soap set so purposely upon the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact, yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking up arms in the form of his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against the hunger was in vain, for in the end he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. But London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted contents of the plate. This is cheese. The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap. Though personally, I have a greater interest in the taste of foul candle wax, of course. Poisoning from soap. Maybe he's lactose intolerant. He shit himself to death. Suicide or murder? The cause of death identified. We proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Oh, yo, wait, this shot goes hard. Why does this screen go so hard? Look at that. Oh my god, look at the cinematography. It goes so hard. This is an album cover. Look at that. Can I, like... Is there a button to take away all the shit? I can take a screenshot. That's my thumbnail. The audience will recall the death occurred during the victim's last supper. Yeah, Chad, do you recall that? Did the man dine and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. Did you... Mr. Natsume is fucking freaking out right now. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. The careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. That also goes hard. Indeed, what reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked. And the sole key was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone. Alone with his inferior soap, from whence wafted an inferior scent. And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. We can take comfort only in the fact that his soul was well cleansed on its way to the hereafter. No possible perpetrator present. Why is that alliteration like Soseki? Thus concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes' great deduction. Alright, so let's go back through and undo everything you just did and redo it ourselves. Fucking British. You're a pansy. And a twink. There's just one thing, Mr. Holmes. You are disposed to identifying just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Nutterhooder? Pray, what concerns you? Well, no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap? It is quite apparent that this man had barely a penny to his name. It is a curious thing, but to one so destitute, soap can appear quite irresistibly appetizing. How extraordinary! Susanoo, don't eat it! In truth, I've tried a little soap myself in the past. You eaten it, you mean? My dear, for though it was some time ago now, my postulation was that it would cleanse my gut. And did it? As I writhed in agony on the floor and spilt the contents of my stomach. Yes, I believe it did. And the experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. It has an unpleasant taste and leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it. Believe me, I wouldn't eat it, even if you did. I've bitten soap before. You ever have your mom wash out your mouth with soap and then the bar just accidentally slides down your entire throat? Hasn't ever happened to me, but that'd be fucked up, wouldn't it? There's something that troubles me as well, actually. My God, said Crisis. Oh my God, Crisis got so scared for like half a second. Got so nervous for like a solid 0.5 seconds right there. My root beer fucking was bubbling, dude. I thought you had a near-death experience. Oh, I almost did once. I almost got hanged to death by a jump rope once. Tied as a noose around my neck. Not self-inflicted. But that is a story for another day. Oh, what's that? Not self-inflicted, don't worry. It was almost murder. It's Mr. Natsume. His sexy eyes. Ah! I can't help noticing shuddering and quivering out of the corner of my eye. Like a little twink. It's almost as if Mr. Sholmes' deductions touched a nerve somehow. Nonsense. I'd never let that man touch me. Well, that clenched teeth episode didn't last. I think, judging by Mr. Natsume's reaction, the great detective's deductions may need some gentle corrections in order to reach the actual truth. Yes, Mr. Sholmes' observations and deductions are sometimes a little too sharp. He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head and drive it in on an obtuse angle. When he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out. Alright then, let's see what we can do. Yes, we must pick out the key words in Mr. Sholmes' quite brilliant deductions, and discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense. If we can do that. Go Power Rangers! Yeah. In that case, are you ready to second performance of the day? Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1. Alright. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes! A careful observation of the victim reveals just the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, one half of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Why is the soap set so purposely upon the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact. Yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. Boom. Well, you can't deny that a fork implies the man was eating something, or about to eat something. Yes, that's true. If I were to decide to eat some soap, I should prefer to use a fork than to attempt it with chopsticks. And of course, only half of the bar of soap is left on the plate. But might there not be some other explanation? Something material that proves whether or not the man really ate the soap. What is Soseki looking at? Is what I'm trying to decide. Whoa. Could it be that the man was about to eat? Of course, the other piece of soap reveals the answer. I'm sorry. That one really got me. What if he's not dead? This guy likes Shakespeare? Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know, dude. It being the other half of the soap on the table. In short, the victim was not eating soap at all. What if it was the poison used in Romeo and Juliet? Oh, shit. It just made him pass out? Yo, why does this go hard? He's staring at him like that man is so sexy. But it's obvious, really. For no depths of hunger could drive any man to attempt to eat soap. Even I, with my unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge, only took a single bite. But that begs the question of how the man was poisoned, because there's no sign of any food on the table. An excellent observation, Mr. Naruhodo, and one that furnishes us with the answer we seek. For London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. Contents of the cup. Mr. Sholmes is still pushing the soap argument, then. Perhaps he's suggesting the man licked the soap rather than ate it. If soap in London is that poisonous, I don't think I want to be washing my hands with it. But there are no signs of any food in this room at all. Of course, food isn't the only thing that passes people's lips, is it? A Western vessel for serving the infusions of dried tea leaves. It's a teacup, Miss Naruhodo, as you well know. Stop putting on airs. And it's empty. So we've already established that the victim wasn't eating soap when he died. However, there's significant evidence to suggest that he was drinking tea. My thoughts exactly. Take that, motherfucker. I need to draw them kissing. They need to kiss right now. Do it. I support it. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by the poison that tainted the teacup. Indeed, the cups have been the vessel of choice for practicing poisoners over the centuries. And it would appear that this victim drank every last drop, except the one that's... Look at him. There's no sign of food anywhere in the room. Which leads us to the immutable conclusion. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup. Poisoning in the tea. Poison in the tea. Solved. Alright. The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. God, it goes so hard. Was this suicide or murder? The audience will recall the death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man dine and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. The Western vessel for infused hot drinks again. It's already featured heavily in our deductions so far. Yes, we can imagine that shortly before his death, Mr. Shakespeare was having a drink of tea. There would be nothing remarkable about that. But what troubles me is Mr. Natsume's reaction when he heard Mr. Sholmes suggest it. There's more to this deduction than it seems. We must closely examine the scene of the crime for more clues. Oh my god, there's the other teacup, you motherfuckers. It's another Western vessel for It's a teacup! Girl, queen, pussy boss of the year. And it too is empty. Given that he's actually holding this one in his hand, we can assume that this is the cup from which Mr. Shakespeare was actually drinking. But if that's the case, this changes everything. Everything we've deduced up till now is turned on its head. I have a bad feeling about this. I almost don't want to say it. Yes, I know exactly how you feel. Take that, bitches. Bam! Mr. Sholmes was kind of right, but he just was wrong one, you know? Did the other man dine and die alone? The other teacup suggests the answer. Yes, there were 2 teacups in this room all along. In other words, this is a strong indication that the victim's last supper. Why does it look like Mr. Fairplay? Why does it look like Bruce Fairplay? You see that? Why does it look like him? There was a guest present. At the very least, we can say now with certainty that somebody else was here in this room last night drinking tea with the victim. What are you talking about? Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. In which case, what more can we deduce about this possible guest at the table? Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. It was him. You mean to say you know exactly who was in this room at the time of the victim's death? Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. No, it isn't, bitch. I'm not sure I like where this deduction's going now. I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the Halicon days of eating too much soap. But the identity of the guest who was here last night when the victim passed away is something I have a very bad feeling about. Well, you can try to ignore your feelings, but we cannot ignore the truth, Mr. Naruhodo. No, I suppose not. Time to look around again. Wait. Oh my god, are these his books? At first glance, it seems the only things in this room are the makeshift stage and the costumes. I overlooked these books initially. I wonder what they are. Let's see. The titles read, The Picture of Monsieur... Oh my god! It's the exact same books he got at the store. It's the exact same books. A Meal for Gabora. Wait. I'm sure I've heard those titles before. It could just be an incredible coincidence, but... they're the exact same books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day. What? Yes, on the day of the unfortunate incident when Miss Green was stabbed. So Seki-san had just been to a bookshop and bought them, that's right. And now these 2 titles are here in the room of the victim. Yet Mr. Natsume claims to have never been here before. What does this mean, do you think? I really don't know what to make of it. Familiar books. Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the pile of familiar books. Quite so. It's no mere coincidence that these 3 titles are here in this room. It's the link to the truth. Ah! Look at him! Why does this go hard as well? Mr. Natsume, you purchased these books 4 days ago at a secondhand bookshop. That's just a coincidence. In that case, you'll be able to bring the same 3 titles from your own room, will you not? At this very moment. Oh, no, never, non-negotiable. If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours. Yo! That was amazing. Having purchased the books 4 days ago and returned to your lodgings, you were arrested the very next day. So you could conceivably have brought the books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that. In other words, you could only have brought these 3 books here to the victim's room. Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey. Why did that go so hard? In short, there's only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in his room last night as a result of poisoning. And that same night, the victim had a visitor. And that visitor, this also goes so hard. Was you, Mr. Sasaki Natsume. Thus concludes the final act of Herlock Sholmes' great deduction. Did you see all of that, Crisis? Oh my god, that was such a banger. Ah! I did, yes. Fuck, dude. Alright. Deduction complete. Elementary. Bam, bitches. Fuck! Not again, not again, not again. Not again! Well then, Mr. Natsume. It would appear you're gonna have to accompany me down to the yard again. Wait! Hold your horses! Yeah? Door! Key! Locked! Entry! Exit! Entirely impossible! He's so flustered he's being even stranger than normal. What, you think that's an alibi? You could have just made a copy. What? You live in the same building after all, you'd have plenty of opportunity, I'm sure. But... Misery me! Sorry, sir, you'll get your chance to give your side of the story later. And the facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. You horrible hairlock Sholmes. He really has found himself an arch rival now, hasn't he? Come on now, no dilly-dallying outside, there's a carriage waiting. Look, I'm soon Miss Nonohodo Esquire. I never imagined I'd be in this position again, but... You have to help me! Please, please! I'm innocent! Alright, I understand. We'll come to your cell later and talk about it. And one more thing. Oh, yeah? My poor little kitty cat. Please give him his breakfast for me! Oh, Wagahai. Wagahai, no! And so, his evil curse still apparently unbroken. Soseki-san found himself once again the prime suspect in a case of murder. Thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great detective. My dear fellow, that honor belongs to you. Yeah, I mean, if we had just gone with what Sholmes said, it would have been suicide. Well, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. We can examine the crime scene in more detail now. Just pick up the body and, like, chuck it across the room. Screaming my peaches are down on me. Damn. Well, hi, welcome back. What? We can touch the man. Have you forgotten what the Inspector man is before? It was the landlord, Mr. Garrideb, who discovered Mr. Shamsphere. Ah, Mr. John Garrideb, yes. I expect we could find him in his sitting room on the top floor as usual. Right, we must remember to go and talk to him later then. Are you alive? That's what Crisis thinks. Oh, the poor man, so young to die. Do you suppose it was a very painful death, being poisoned as he was? I don't know. All we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life. Yes, I suppose you're right. I wonder. Maybe as a cat. Do you think that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul? Sorry? I made sure I had a reference at the ready for just such an occasion as this, actually. Okay. This book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way. Oi, blimey, mate. May his soul go to heaven, love. I'll just reread it now. One moment. There's quite a spine on that book, isn't there? Oh my god, alright. Looks like we gotta move. A new location. Prison. What? I can't go to Soseki's room? No! I wanna feed him, I wanna feed the kitty cat. I'm trying to feed the kitty cat. The kitty cat! Nothing here. I swear to God, I'm right. Oh man, what's up? Ah, the Garrideb's room. Here we are again, the eccentric landlord's eccentric top floor abode. We're here because Mr. Garrideb's the one who discovered the incident this morning. Don't forget. Oh, you chapsy. Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday. It was quite a trial. Your wife's in jail. As much for Mr. Garrideb as anyone, really. You came straight back here after all that business at the Bailey yesterday. Didn't expect to wake up more bully nonsense this morning. I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what happened, Mr. Garrideb. He's a Shakespeare-obsessed twink. He's not dead. I suppose you'd like to know about that dead loss of an actor chap in the ground floor room. Those were exactly Inspector Gregson's words, weren't they? It's a conspiracy! He's gonna slap himself. Oh, there you go. He has no slap mark! Woohoo! It must have been a real shock for you this morning. I hear that you discovered what had happened. Oh, well, then this actor chap arises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without fail. But at 5:30 this morning, he hadn't lit the gas. So I went down and knocked on his door, but no body answer. And that's when you broke into his room by kicking down the door? Well, I called on that rum-looking Japanese chap to do the grunt work, of course. Wasn't it a little premature to kick the door down? The man could have just overslept by half an hour. That's very true, Miss Naruhodo. If 30 minutes oversleeping warranted such behavior, I'd have to kick your door down every morning! Ah! Well, you know, better to be safe than sorry and all that. Is it just me, or is he avoiding our gaze now all of a sudden? Except that it was a sorry situation indeed that you found on the far side of the door. The victim's name is Mr. Shamsphere, I believe. Is that right? When she fucking gets you. Yes, William Shamsphere. Took the ground floor room 3 months ago now. I just realized Garadeb's voice and Gregson's voice are the fucking exact same. Except Garadeb is more like this and Gregson is more like this up in here. So I guess they're not the exact same, but they're very similar. And how would you describe him? William Shamsphere. In a word, destitute. Destitute? Final destination. Let's face it, the only redeeming feature of that room is the cheap rent. Anyone wanting to live in a place like that is either broke or has a body screw loose. So hard to choose which categories Saseki-san would fall into. Miss Naruhodo, that's a little rude. I didn't even say it. He was doing research as well. Research? Into what? The effects of pornography on marriages. Oh, Shakespeare, of course, Shakespeare. Okay, so they're not the same person. Read a few plays about the old bard myself, you know. Romeo and Hamlet and all that. Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author. He's known as Sao in Japanese, you know, and many of his works have already been translated. Seems incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sao, though. Someone was too heavy-handed there. There were a lot of costumes in the victim's room, actually, weren't there? Of course, Mr. Natsume is a scholar of English literature as well. I imagine he and Mr. Shamsphere would have had much in common. Shakespeare interpretation disagreement leads to shocking murder. Let's hope it's not that. Miss Naruhodo? Really? How rude. I'm thinking these dude, she's gonna fucking get me, because she's psychic. She is more psychic than Maya or Pearl ever were. I'm gonna just be real. Okay, yesterday's events. I'm shaking you, bro. Shaking you. I'm putting some stuff away. Okay, nods back. I don't know. Are you role-playing in my fucking chat now, Crisis? You better not start role-playing in my fucking chat. I'll shoot you. I'm not threatening my viewers, Twitch moderators, but I will shoot you. With a fake gun, so it's not a real threat. After Miss Natsume's trial yesterday, you came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? Did you notice anything strange between then and this morning? Well, now it must have been 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, as I remember, and it's really dark already. That failed actor chap was out at the time. Mr. Garadeb noticed there was no light from his room or something, I suppose. Couldn't summon the energy for anything much, so I just sat on the front of the fire up here. It was after 8 before Shamsphere got back. And the chap was up till past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. Suppose he made his end sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there. Well, thank you. That was very illuminating. Is everything alright? Sorry, I'm fucking with her. Is everything alright, Mrs. Sato? Well, I was just thinking about this one friend I have back at home named Ray, who I'm a total lesbian for. I was just thinking it's a little strange, that's all. Mr. Garadeb, you were up here in your room all evening, if I've understood correctly. Not a big fan of stairs, not with this blasted leg. Then, How is it that you seem to know? The precise movements of your tenant on the ground floor, I mean. Timber. That's a very good point. I can't imagine that you could hear noises from the ground floor all the way up here. Does this old man like to spy on his tenants? Is that it? Oh, he crushed his pipe. Well, I say, I know what you're thinking. It's a bloody outrage. I'm ex-military, don't you know? I don't go around spying on my tenants. Why would I? Then how did you know, Mr. Garrideb? It's the gas, woman. The gas tells me everything. The gas? He shit himself. All right. Speaking gas. What on earth do you mean, sir? How can the gas tell you anything, let alone everything? Well, as you're probably aware, the gas is supplied to the building by pipes. Yes, I'd more or less worked that out. She went. Every room in the building is connected by a single pipe to the gas main outside. And the gas company supplies gas to properties via the main. Yes, I understand that, too. Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was light to gas lamps up here. What do you suppose would happen? Well, obviously the room would get brighter. Exactly, but at the same time, the lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment. What? They dim? Why? Perhaps it's because when you light a gas lamp, it briefly uses more gas than usual. And that reduces the amount of gas in the pipe for the other lamps that are connected to it. That might explain why the other lamps dim momentarily, mightn't it? Yes, of course, because everything's connected to a single supply pipe. Is that supposed to happen, though? It sounds rather undesirable. Jolly good point. Fact is, the gas company's pipes in these parts are pretty hopeless. Long, worn out. Barely got any gas in them to start with. Opposite's also true, of course. Extinguish the lamps up here and they glow brighter than the rest of the house. Ah, right, I see. So by watching the flickering of the lamps in one room, you can determine what's happening elsewhere. You got it. Oh, of course, because when people come back home in the evening and before they go to sleep at night, what they're guaranteed to do is either light or put out their lamps and fires. Clever. In point of fact, the room on the ground floor and the one above it use slightly different amounts of gas. By watching the lights in here close, I can work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house. Gosh. That's fascinating, Mr. Garrideb. Absolutely fascinating. Oh well, nothing to it really. And I can't really see that it's going to help us with the case either. Oh, it absolutely is going to be integral to the case. Are you fucking kidding me? What I'd like to know is why Mr. Garrideb is so interested in what his tenants are up to in the first place. I feel like he's an old retired military man. What else is he gonna do? He has a wife who slaps him. And like, nothing else to do. What else is he gonna do in his free time? Radio isn't even a household invention yet. There's no radio. There's like newspapers, I guess. But like, fucking what else is he supposed to do? You know? I feel like there's much more to it than idle curiosity. There probably is, though. Oh, I remember this. These shelves look like they've been completely torn apart by a wild beast. Reminds me of the Battle of Maiwan, don't you know? Ah, the experiences of a seasoned veteran. Enemy had us surrounded on all sides. We really thought we were done for, the whole bloody company. We were taking a real pounding from their dick cannon. All we could do was run for our lives. Oh, I thought that story was going in a different direction, actually. Well, the whole experience told me one thing, I'm gonna tell you. When you're done for, you're really done for. That's not what a lawyer who often finds himself under fire wants to hear. Listen, don't worry about the fucking Mr. Garrideb, okay? It's a good view over the Winter East End. It's an impressively great scene. There's really nothing comparable to in Japan. And down below, Briar Road, partly blanketed in snow. And the pavement where poor Mrs. Green was stuck in the back by the knife. Think about it, this is the only room in this building that actually has a window to the outside world. Sometimes, Great Britain really does seem like a strange land, doesn't it? I suppose all the foreign culture seems strange at first. Imagine how an Englishman would feel arriving in Japan and seeing people with a Chongmaj top knot. Well, that's a good point. Ah, like Prosecutor Ouchie. That good old man Ouchie. Let's go to prison. I like prison. Cell 9. No one here. Nothing to do but listen to the music. Anyways, where are we moving now? Welcome back, Crisis. Mr. Shamsphere. No. What's this? It looks like a part of an envelope, I think. I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was open. Is that significant? Is that significant? Said Ryunosuke. Well, it's a bit out of place, perhaps, when you look around the room. There's no sign of a letter or the rest of the envelope, in fact, is there? She's right. And yet here we have the torn off end of an envelope. It just strikes me as unusual. I agree. We'd better take this just in case. See if he has a good ass. Where's the audience set for the nightly Shakespeare performances? Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their art, Miss Naruhodo, with or without an audience. In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office. What? Yay! Then you can practice your art every single day. ... I'll think about it. You promised to don a beard and play the role of judge. Well, I've never cross-dressed before. If that would help you achieve your goal. This I have to see. I have to see that too, actually. And here we have another disproportionately large machine. This looks like a meter of some kind. The gas line! This is a gas meter, I think. It seems that in this district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins. I see. Yes, now you pointed it out. I can see that there's a little slot here that looks like it would take a coin. So you mean if you put a coin in here... That's right. That would buy you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating. So if you were a poor person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold. Yes, or if you were a scatterbrain with no change because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank. Thank goodness there's no meter in our office. Look at his little PJs. As we've seen from the outside, the window is completely bricked up. A vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay. What a strange things they used to tax in Great Britain. I mean, making people pay for the number of windows they had in the property? It's extraordinary. It's heartbreaking to think of the poor having to block up their windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sato? If you look closely, a number of bricks are loose. Oh, really? Oh! Soap! It looks as though an amateur has broken out a few of them here. Was it Mr. Shamsphere who did it, I wonder? Being the lodger renting this room. Look at this, Mr. Naruhodo. On the outside, there's a little ledge. And there's something on it. What? Outside? We must go! With the exception of the top floor, where Mr. and Mrs. Garrett live, all the windows are bricked up. Yes, that's because of an old window tax. Yeah. In order to pay less tax, the poor members of society build in their windows. The tax has since been abolished, hasn't it? So the windows could all be opened up again, surely. Unfortunately, it would appear that the residents of this district can't afford to pay to have the work done. Yes, that is a sad state of affairs. Especially for people like poor Mr. Natsume, who have to live all cooped up in a windowless room. I suppose that's the price you pay for living in very cheap accommodation. It seems rather pointless when you put it like that. Bro, I wanted to look at the thing. Was I just supposed to examine it again? I think I was just supposed to examine it again. Brr, it's so cold outside. You can feel it through the gap. It did snow all last night. It would be cold. But more importantly, what is it on the ledge out there? What are those snow-covered lumps? It's more bars of soap. Soap? What are bars of soap doing? Dude, what if it's cocaine? I have no idea. But the pair of them look rather charming like that. Still, that's very strange, isn't it? Bars of soap lined up outside the window. I think perhaps we should take one. There are two, after all. Oh dear, I suppose we could. Oh, what's this? Look here at the soap. Ah. Do you see? In the middle there, there's a patch that's different color. It's sort of transparent, but some sort of fancy design, I suppose. Only in Great Britain. It looks like the Hinomaru flag of Japan, doesn't it? How wonderful. It's probably a very expensive brand. Expensive? Then what's it doing in this ramshackle little room? This is a cheap bar, so it's probably not expensive. That floorboard looks like it's about to come up, but I guess not. Bum 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 bum. Gas wall light. Must be connected to a gas pipe. It's a gas pipe. All right. I don't recall seeing a gas stove. I much prefer a real fire anyway. It's so much cozier. I've always dreamt of being a king. I think you'd be more suited to a feudal lord, a daimyo, or such like. With a chonmaj top knot, every Japanese man wishes he had a chonmaj. Oh, you'd look wonderful with one, and you already have the sword. Can you imagine what would happen if I walked around the streets of London with a chonmaj and a sword? I'm looking it up. What the fuck does a chonmaj top knot look like? I need to know what it looks like, at the very least. I don't know what it... Oh, it is quite literally the hair that Prosecutor Ouchie had. Quite literally. That's so interesting. Okay. I wonder how you get it like that. Now that I'm looking at it, I could kind of do my hair like that, but like just without the baldness on top. Apparently it's still used in sumo wrestling. And I'm looking at pictures of sumo wrestlers that have it, and honestly, I could do my hair like that. But like it'd be interesting to try. But I feel like I would get canceled immediately. Immediately. I forgot my sword too, damn it, whatever. I think that's all there is right here, to be honest with you. Did we investigate everything here? Here. Wait, did we converse? Oh my god, yeah, I've totally forgot about that. Wow, we get to keep these? Oh, that's so cool. Alright, let me present this to you. Do you know what this is? Could I show you this? This is definitely the dialogue for him not knowing what it is. AFK again. Alright, Crisis. Do your thing. But come back. You're the only one here. Can I examine this? Dude, it looks like he was fucking the soap. Man, if his dick is really that small, though, that's troubling. Damn. Alright. I really don't think there's anything else here, to be honest with you. Like, I'll look at some of this other shit if I need to. Yeah, you can see, like, the soap right there, kinda, right? I don't know. So, can we go to Miss Green's hospital bed? God, why does it have that music? Hey, is Iris here? Oh, we go back to Iris's. Or Sholmes's, but Iris is here. Look at her! She's so happy. the ground. Iris? That's incredible concentration, that is. I find it quite remarkable how she can focus on so many different things at once. Perhaps I should try drinking more herbal tea. The blend third from the right would be good for you, Rena. Oh, Iris? This girl is destined for great things, I'm sure. I can't speak with her! No! I want to speak with her. Why can't I go to my legal clients? That's so sad. Let's try going back to prison. I like it in prison. I can't go back to prison. I guess I have no choice but to just examine everything here. Okay. Let's just look around. Single apron. Probably belongs to the wife. That's a real cannon. I knew that. I was just testing you. I'm Animal from the Muppets, yeah! And of course, it came in handy in the episode last second. Dude, what a wonderful world. That's the voice I'm doing right now. I see trees are green. That's your unitary milliform. I said unitary milliform. What? I said unitary milliform. We're hanging on now. All of us since my retirement bash. Jesus, dude. Oh my god. I can have it? Well, it might suit Lord Von Zeeks, perhaps. An overly ostentatious outfit like this could be just what he needs. Very tactful, Mr. Zato. Very tactful indeed. I would give it to Zeeks and be like, Daddy, take this shit right here. Good to see Mr. Gyarados' Medal of Honor still proudly displayed on the wall. I see trees. Distinguished participation. I remember, because I remember thinking even I might stand a chance of picking up honors like that. Wouldn't that would leave me now, perhaps I might double make care days, you know? I see trees of green. I'm so sorry. I'm really entertaining myself right now. I want to know now. His Devil May Care days. Devil May Cry? Oh, a copy of Rance magazine. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. I am really making myself fucking giddy over this voice. I haven't met the chop, it's undeniable. He sees trees of green. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Crisis. That's a genuine public opinion. Perhaps it should be reflected in the stories? Make no mistake, Miss Nadahodo. I will fucking kill you. I intend to snuff out the sort of public opinion we just heard personally. She's gonna get his ass. She's gonna get him. I'm starting to see where Mr. Sholmes' untainted reputation comes from now. We know what that screen is hiding now. Don't suppose I'll be able to clear that mess up for some time now. Oh dear, this must be a very difficult situation for you. Yeah, my wife is in jail. This is a twist and a half, a rotten show all around, skipping it up and down up. He's clearly struggling with everything that's happened. What a wonderful world. God, I hate everything. That's an impressive collection on that cakes. I think your cake would look good on there, Renosuke. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, nice. Buenos dias, muchachonatas. Quite right, haven't touched it since. Haven't done much at all, really. God, what am I even doing? Time has stood still. He stopped time! He's Dio. You could just tidy up, Miss Nadahodo. Bro, I have talked to everything. Oh, lion. The lion's pride. You look very dashing in your... Oh, I didn't... That's not what I... Whoa! What do you mean? Drawn by an art student who used to rent the room downstairs. It looks so wonderfully young and courageous and strong. What was their name? What was their name? What was their name? What was their name? The chap presented me to one day and asked if I'd let him off the month's rent in return. Oh, I see. So you did, presumably? No. Our Bollywell did not. Oh. Portrait is a portrait, but rent is rent, eh? And yet it's still there, probably on the wall. Fuck, I thought it would be Miss Green. I thought it'd be like Miss Green. I want to see Miss Green. Those enormous mortar shells. Quite stunning seeing them up close, isn't it? Didn't you say something about firing them into the barracks, Mr. Garrideb? Oh, you remember, do you? Just a little mishap that occurred during the training one day. What are you doing firing on your own men? The captain bellowed at me. I'm not surprised. A little mishap doesn't really do justice, does it? Well, one has these little incidents and one's a hot-headed young private. Perhaps I should put some evidence that resulted from one of my little mishaps on display. Oh, does the great lawyer, like the great detective, want to exhibit some trophies of his finest moments? Yeah! Because I'm dope as fuck. You know, except I'm kind of stuck at this point in the game and I don't know what to do. I presented everything. And it says Kazuma on it. Oh. Kazuma. Asogi. Can I not converse with you anymore, by the way? No. So there's nothing here for Mr. Garrideb's room. There is nothing here for me in prison. I can't go there. It feels like there was something for me to do here. Low-key, it feels like there was something for me to do. I don't know why. Let's see what's inside and change the clothes. Oh! No, Miss Nato, you must never scrutinize the young maiden's personal belongings. But the young maiden might have chocolates or biscuits or caramel. What? Ryunosuke's like, but the biscuits! This looks like the treatment notes for whoever's occupying this bed. Let's see. Do not permit to run around the hospital. Hello.
Sorry, I just walked in and I see the jacket, but then the shorts as well.
Yeah, no worries. What's up?
Pam wanted to know why you were making Cookie Monster noises.
I'm getting bored of doing the normal voices, so I'm giving every character, I see trees are green. I'm making every character sound like that. Wait. The version is here at the moment. They're probably running. Max, you want to see the rat? Look at the rat, look at the rat, look at the rat, look at the rat.
Rat?
Hold on, there's a rat, there's a rat, there's a rat, there's a rat. Look at the rat! Look at the rat!
That is a rat. Yeah.
There's a rat. This is my favorite character. He's a rat. Because he's my rat. He's a little rat. Let's go to Mr. Shamsphere's room again, I guess. Can I present? Hello, Mr. Shamsphere. Oh my god, I can inspect the cup. One of the teacups Mr. Shamsphere and his guest drank from last night. But don't go drinking from them, Miss Nodohoda. There's bitter poison inside. I'm not planning on drinking any, don't worry. Anyway, the cups are both empty. That's true. So, one was Mr. Shamsphere's, and the other must be the cup that Miss Natsume was drinking from. But Saseki-san wasn't poisoned, of course. Perhaps we should take these so we can examine them in more detail later. There we go, boys. Wow. Finally! I figured out what was wrong. Oh my god. Crisis, you were right. Crisis, you were right. You were right, Crisis. You were right. I don't believe it. Oh no, it was Gregson. I thought it was Gregson. I'm having to go snoop around. Inspector Gregson, but back so soon? I'm driving that little Japanese fella in the clink. I went reported to investigation division. In 5 minutes, storm place will be cornered off by the yard. Oh, I see. Well, we'd better be leaving then. Poor Mr. Natsume must be feeling very low, being back in his cell again so soon. Oh, it's a zombie. Holy shit. Oh my god. Why was that actually like something you'd see in a horror movie? Holy crap. I'm sure we should probably go and... What's wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Ah! Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player. That struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. Now, how soundeth the next part? It is a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fear, signifying nothing. How do you know Shakespeare? Indeed! Oh, happy day! Oh, now he's dead. What? Walking Dead! Oh my god. Oh my god. That's all I can think of right now. Holy fuck. So he's not dead. Yeah, the fella isn't dead at all. Oh, what's that nonsense he was saying, though? I think, yes, it was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. Don't, I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it. Chat, okay. The fact that it's from Macbeth is actually really funny. If you guys don't know, there is actually a superstition in theater that you should never say the name Macbeth during a show, or like before a show, or during a rehearsal of a show, or any time involved with the show, because if you say Macbeth, something will go wrong and someone might die. It's an ancient superstitious curse, and most people don't really believe it. But if you actually do say Macbeth, like my theater teacher in high school used to chew people out for saying it. He would genuinely scream at them and like kick them out of the room. It's some serious shit, all right? A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5. Shakespeare. So it was that the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life. If the man had indeed been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment, and Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime, whatever that now was. Give me the to be continued. Give me the jingle. Give me the fucking jingle. Nope. That motherfucker was in the first game too. Whatever do you think will happen now? Good question. What a strange situation for Mr. Natsume. Arrested for murder, but then the victims come back to life. I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. It seems very likely that Mr. Shakespeare did consume poison, as we deduced. But was it an accident, attempted suicide, or attempted murder? Until the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody. I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what's this? So, what's that man doing over there? It looks like he's trying to stay into Soseki-san's lodgings. Wait, I thought he was the ground floor. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Excuse me, could we have a word? I'm out! He just ran off. I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it? I do too, but I don't remember. It was here. Well, we've done as much investigating here as we can, I think. Perhaps try to go to the prison and speak with Miss Natsume again. A good idea. I don't know why, dude. Oh.
I see sails of gray and chains of gray and a floor of gray and a sky of gray. And I think to myself, fuck is gray.
Look, Miss Naruhodo. Miss Natsume, have the police finished questioning you now?
Look, I'm student, Miss Naruhodo, Esquire.
Oh, yes.
What is he? Tell me. Is he a ghost? Is he here to haunt me?
Let me guess. You're talking about Mr. Sholmes. He actually calls himself a great detective, Miss Natsume, not a ghost.
But his diabolic deductions, they're not of this world. They've left me. Ah, cursed. I'm cursed, I tell you.
Well, now that sort of hurts. Credit where credit is due, Miss Naruhodo. You were heavily involved in the deduction, too. Yes, moving on, we have some wonderful news. Oh. The victim we all thought was dead has come back to life again. Now, in the absolutely worst case, you could only be tried for attempted murder. That's great, isn't it, with Miss Natsume?
It's terrible!
Oh.
I'm stuck in the cell, suffering for some silly wrong end of the stick. You did it, didn't you? Confess, you're a killer. Why the mustache? Constant questions.
I'm sorry to hear that. They question you for your mustache?
Ah, that selfish shyster. Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? If you were going back to life, why bother dying? Wickedly wishy-washy William!
Well, it seems likely that Mr. Shamesphere was never actually dead in the first place. Yes, that might make sense. I am pleased that he's alive, of course.
Our lively debate last night was much fun. I'd be sad to think it was our last.
Oh.
Oops.
Mr. Natsume, does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shamesphere, didn't you?
I'm not saying another word. I demand to have a lawyer present.
Who do you think I am? Please, Mr. Natsume, we need to hear your side of the story.
Why am I cursed like this?
What happened? Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsume?
There's nothing to tell. But there's Naruhodo, Esquire. I'm eternally grateful to you for helping me with that accursed case yesterday.
In case I saw Miss Green hospitalized after she ended up with a knife in her back.
It's hard to believe that was only yesterday. After the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to my lowly lodgings. And that evening at past 9 it must have been, I visited Mr. Shamesphere.
So you did go to the victim's room then?
As we feared. I didn't do anything wrong. I'd never been to his room before. It was the first time. He is just his body.
What made you decide to go?
I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got chatting and it developed into a discussion.
Yo! Thank you for the bit, Raptor6423. Hello, welcome into the stream and thank you for the bit. Very appreciated.
But he had to go out, so I bade him farewell.
That ties in with Mr. Garadeb said that the victim went out and came back after 8. How are you doing today, good sir?
We met again later that evening at around 9 or just after, when I took him some nice tea I'd brewed as a gift.
So it was you who brought the tea that had clearly been drunk at the scene then?
And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you? Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet. Who was the stronger?
It was a delightful debate.
Would either of them beat Goku?
I'm sure.
Such a stimulating subject is Shakespeare.
Sure, if you say so, buddy. And the debate became very heated, so you slipped poison in Mr. Shamesphere's tea.
No, never, not at all. Team Juliet won. That was me.
You mean Mr. Natsume was on hashtag girl power team? Hell yeah.
And when I left his room, the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit. I swear it, categorically.
Curse existence. Mr. Natsume, you often say the same thing about yourself, I've noticed. that you have a cursed existence.
I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but doing this voice makes me yawn for some reason. I don't know why. I've been here in Great Britain for a year now, and in that time I've learned that it's no place for me. That's sad. It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to ways of another culture. There are foreigners everywhere I look, and they all stare at me. They all laugh. That's the impression I get whenever I go out. It makes me scared to leave my room. Which is why I've become a recluse. I was gonna make a reference to the spider, but I was like, that doesn't sound right in my head. But even in my room, I find no respite from my fears. I've moved more times than I can remember. And then, 1 week ago, I moved into Briar Road. But why? I mean, why did you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable. Because the rent is cheap. I have so little money, it spoke to me. The rent? Obviously, there's a reason why it's cheap. Because the room is cursed. Cursed? Cursed how? The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there. Oh no. He was only a young man, but one morning he was found dead and no one could explain why. Surely no one would want to live in a room with a history like that. I didn't. When the letting agent recommended the place, I wavered. But I want books! And books cost money! A horrible history is a small price to pay. I relate to that, but not with books. When I realized it would mean I could buy more books, I signed the lease like lightning. Brave or blinkered? But after I moved in, I soon came to realize what I'd done. I realized how horrible that room's history really was. Gosh, was it really so awful? Dude, Natsume is getting so much screen time. Holy shit, it's kind of crazy. He was in 2 cases already this game. Sheesh. How did the room's horrible history affect you, Miss Natsume? What happened? At first, it was just a feeling. The feeling of beady eyes boring into my back, watching me. Do you think that might have just been your mind playing tricks on you? No, my mind doesn't know any tricks. It was someone else. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place. A nightmare? You've been having bad dreams, you mean? All the souls who've died in that room lean over me in my sleep. I still think it's just his cat. And try to strangle me! I really still think it's just his cat laying on his face. That really is horrible. And now I come to think of it, it happened again last night too. The very same night that Mr. Shamesfear was writhing in agony from the poison in his body. I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room. You simply must move out of that room as soon as possible. Yes, you're right, I know it, and that's why. I'm already searching for the next room with a history to call home. I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all. Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history. Phew, Susanoo-san knows how to make the man listen. When she grabs you by your bow tie and pulls you in close, you better fucking listen. Of course, Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well. Even Mr. Garrideb. Yes, he knows that if people keep dying there, he'll never be able to rent it out again. Well, that's true. I, for one, wouldn't go near the place. Perhaps. That may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to gas lamps and his tenants' movements. You mean because he's worried about their well-being? He does seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. There must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs on the occupants of his let rooms. What do you mean he pays so much attention to the gas lamps? Oh dear, no, it's nothing to do with you, Miss Natsume. Please, forget I said anything. Oh, now you're talking about me behind my back as well. What's important is that Mr. Shamesphere isn't in fact dead at all. Once he's come around and he's able to tell us what happened, we'll be able to get you released. Yes, please. Oh, I do hope you're right.
Excuse me. That's Gregson.
Inspector Gregson.
I couldn't help over hearing what you just said, man. On that note, I'll have some good news and some bad news.
Oh.
Which do you want first?
Always, every time. The bad news comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle.
Right, well, in that case, the good news it is.
Sorry,
But it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way.
Then why did you ask me my preference?
As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamsphere, was just unconscious. He's come around now.
Yes, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory.
He's still being treated by doctors, but we managed to get a written statement from him already.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume?
Oh, thank goodness, it's all over then. I can leave this somber cell.
Sorry, no, that's not on the cards.
What? Why ever not, Inspector?
Here's the bad news.
Mr. Shamsphere has implicated someone who's been responsible for what happened last night.
Implicated someone? Oh dear.
You don't mean...
I'm sorry to say I do, yes. He's pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsume.
Arrgh!
By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life. That wicked caitiff. Saseki Natsume.
No.
So I'm afraid you'll be appearing in court as planned. You'll be wanting to make the necessary preparations.
I've got a piece of bologna in my jacket pocket. Doesn't it look like bologna? You can't see it right now because it's behind the bar, but it looked like bologna. And so, once again, Saseki-san found himself having to take the dock in the Old Bailey. Whether his room was haunted or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. The following day, I would represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. Hit me with the to be continued? Hey, to be continued. Na. So chat, that is where we will end the Great Ace Attorney for today. I don't know if I want to end the stream right now. After all, we do have 30 minutes left. You know? We do have 30 minutes left. You know? We do have 30 minutes left. You know? But, here's the thing. That is such an excellent stopping point. I'm stopping there. It's such a great stopping point. So we're gonna stop it. Now the only question is, what do we do now? Right? That's really the only question that we have left in our lives. I think what I want to show you is our plans for next week. That's what we're going to work through right now, chat. We're going to work through our plans for next week. Let me shuffle. Let me get some music. Hey, we got this song. Just... one sec, though. I'm going to take off this jacket. So chat. All right, chat. So here's what we're trying to figure out right now. All right. What are we gonna do next week? So chat. Looking at a calendar. Looking at a calendar, right? How do I look at a calendar? This is the calendar. This is a little calendar. I shouldn't that you know, I'm not gonna have that up right now. This is a calendar. So here we go. Next week is gonna be from the 19th to the fucking Christmas. So here's our main question. What do we play on the 24th and the 25th? And what I want to know from you, Crisis, I know you're still here, Crisis. Are you good on Saturday to play Ace Attorney? Because there will be no Cheese Bowl next week. There is no Cheese Bowl. All right. Ba 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 da 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 da. Cool. So there will be no cheese bowl next week. Here, I'm gonna write this down on Discord. Here, we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the incentive 5 followers. So chat, here's what we do know. On Christmas Day, Sunday, December 25th, we will be doing a stream of a Puppet Combo game we have not played yet. Where is it? Right here. We will be playing Christmas Massacre on that day. Look at this game, right? I mean, this is dope. So, yeah. So that's what we're doing on Sunday. And I've heard that this game is kind of shorter. However, that'll be okay because Christmas specifically, I want to just play until we beat this game, and then we'll end the stream as soon as we do. So we'll be ending it like early-ish, if that makes sense. The 24th, I think we want to do Saturday for that. Which is Saturday. Sorry. Crisis, I know you can probably hear me right now, but I'm DMing you on Discord just in case you can't. If you're good for Ace Attorney on Saturday. So yeah, I think the plan right now is that we'll do the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Well, I'll just do the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve because that's the name of the game that we're on. Chronicles is just the name of the bundle. So we'll do that. Monday and Tuesday are special because there's a few games I'm gonna want to play. First things first, I have to let you guys know about something. Here it is. Chat. The game that we are playing probably tomorrow. I'm just going to open it. I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm just going to open it. Just so y'all can see. Just so y'all can see it. Okay? This is probably what we're going to be playing tomorrow. Because, like, oh my god. Oh my god. This is looking good. Oh, Crisis responded to my DM. Of course. Oh, no problemo. So, Ace Attorney will be Saturday next week, not Sunday. There we go. Can I open this? I don't know if it opened already or not. It's kind of a rough and tumble. Oh, there's 2 open right now. That's not good. Close one of them. Close one of them. Close that one. Close that one. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. It finally came out. It's not technically out, quote unquote, but the prologue is out. Or that's what I understand. This is what we'll be playing tomorrow. Oh, there's a read before you play. Content warning. Yikes. Yikes. But yeah, chat. Y'all know I've been excited for this game for months now. I'm playing it tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of rough and tumble a little bit. That's because it's fan made, you know. But I have a feeling it should be pretty epic gaming. Last time I booted it up last night just to make sure it would work, and from what I remember, there's a little bit of a wait right here at this point. Let me type this in on the schedule while I'm waiting. I just typed in the entirety of the thing right there. And God golly damn, it's gonna, I don't know, chat. It's gonna be good. I'm excited for tomorrow. There's a bit of a load. Tomorrow when we're actually booting this up, I would have opened this like way before the stream. So y'all aren't gonna have to see this again. Tuesday, was there a game I wanted to play on Tuesday? This might be like a variety game week, you know? Oh, you know what else I want to see? I need to see if I have work and on what day do I have work. On what day do I have work? On Wednesday is when I have work, so that's RR footage gathering. But like, I don't know if I want to do a rest of Roblox review this week. That seems like a not fun time, honestly, for me. I don't know. Here, let me do close up while this is loading. Just so that you're not staring at nothing. You can stare at least at me. Which is weird to say out loud. Now that I'm saying it out loud. I don't know if I have to do Risto's Roblox reviews this week. Because here's the thing. I want to play Choo Choo Charles this week. Oh! This is what... Dude! It'll be sick. I'm just saying, I'm a quick game. I just wanted to show you guys the title screen, okay? I just wanted to show you guys the title screen. I want to buy Choo Choo Charles, low key. But like, I kind of want to buy it on sale. I don't know if I want to buy it like cause like this is like a 3-hour game, I've heard. And $20? I don't know about that, dog. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one, shoddy. But damn it, man, we'll do it. I think it might also be a little bit too much. It won't. I think it's like. It might be a little bit too late for Choo Choo Charles. To be 100% honest with you guys, it might be a little bit too late. Look at that. That's funny. But yeah, I want to play that game. And then there was another game I wanted to look at. Yeah, this one. I saw Corey Kenshin playing this, and I want to play it. It looks dope. So I'm gonna play. I think I'm gonna get this game as well, chat. So the games we want to play that are like the games that we're trying to play that are variety, right? Choo Choo Charles, that game, and Danganronpa Eden's Garden. I just don't know where in the thing we're gonna put them at all. Wednesday has to be, I think, a footage gathering day, but we also might not make it footage gathering. So let's do this. Let's do Crimson Snow as we get closer to Christmas. No, let's do Crimson Snow on Tuesday. Let's do that. Okay, so now we just have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I want to have a Roblox day, and I want to have one day of Smash. You know? We might do an easy Risto's Roblox reviews. I really don't know what we'll do. You know, I really am not sure. But we need to do Choo Choo Charles in there somewhere. And honestly, I'm kind of feeling Choo Choo Charles. You know what? No, we should do Crimson Snow. We should do Choo Choo Charles before Crimson Snow. Yeah. Yeah. Chat, we're just not gonna have Risto's Roblox reviews today. I'm feeling... Yeah. So here's the schedule right now. Here's what we're playing. Here's apparently the schedule. Monday, Project Eden's Garden. Tuesday, Choo Choo Charles. Wednesday, Crimson Snow. Thursday, Smash Bros. Friday, Roblox Variety Day. Saturday, Ace Attorney. Sunday, Christmas Massacre. And there's no Wizards Roblox reviews this week. We're gonna do it. That'll be our schedule. That'll be our schedule for the week. Yeah. So yeah, let's upload this onto Twitter and Instagram. Boom. Uh-oh. There we go. Is there like, I should put hashtags there. Choo Choo Charles! I'll do that. Yeah. Alright. Bam. I'll just put that as Roblox. I don't think there are actually... I don't think that's a hashtag. And then... Hey, the greatest attorney! There we go. Okay, there we go. And then I'll attach an image to this that's just for fun. An image for this just for fun. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Bam, tweet it out. Let's hop on Instagram. And let's do the same thing. By the way, if you're not following my Instagram, you should. And I'll just share that. I'm not gonna do the hashtag thing. That's looking pretty clean. Like, chat, look at the Instagram post I made for today's stream. Right? And look at the one I made for the Apex stream. And look at the Wild West one. Like, I'm just saying. My Instagram underrated, for real, for real. Dude, wait, this dude verified? And he liked my tweet? Who is this? Who is this? Oh, he's a Roblox dude. Roblox or Minecraft, and Roblox won 83%? Damn, bro. Oh my god. Okay. Well then. How am I supposed to end the stream when this banger gets put on? By the way, chat. Look at this. Look at this. I downloaded Valorant. That might have been the biggest mistake of my life, but I'm gonna play it off stream, see if I like it, and if I like it, I'll play it on stream. Other games I've been playing lately that I've really been liking. Metro. You all know I've been playing the Metro trilogy. I finished this game. Really good. I'm 4 hours into this game. Seems really good. And then this one I'm gonna play afterward. And I am very excited for, to be 100% honest with you. I am immensely excited for this game. Chat, remember Murder House? But yeah. This is what we're gonna be doing.
And with that out of the way, we're gonna end the stream there for today. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. Hope you guys have a great day today. We're gonna raid Alara because who else would we raid at this point? Hop into the raid, everybody. I don't think there's anyone here except for Crisis. Crisis is here, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you, Crisis. Have a good day, Crisis, and you too, and anyone else who's here. Have a good one.
Oh my god, that was a good one. Yeah, that was really good. Oh god! Mister, thank you for the raid! How you doing, sweetheart? I was not prepared to fight Cloud. My brain was not there.
Good nom nom numbing!
Dang, how do you keep avoiding that? No. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Can you just die? Oh my god. No! StarCraft, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs! Thank you so much. Now, crap, now I gotta play K. Rool. Why? No! 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 I hate fighting Cloud. No! 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 Why does this work? No! No! Why is this working? I hate fighting Cloud. Thank you so much for the subs. Thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you for supporting. Alright guys, we gotta play some K. Rool. Oh god. I was just not even mentally prepared for this today. Okay, counter. Yes, it worked. You can re-enter the line if you want. He's so safe, it's not fair. It's not fair. Ah! I hate Cloud. I hate him. GG, Chow. I'm sorry, my brain was not ready for that. Like, I didn't even register that you picked Cloud. My boy. Thank you for the subs. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna play K. Rool now. I never thought I'd say that. You can never get better against him. Well, I don't want to get better against playing Cloud, and I just don't want to fight him. Nah, to me, fighting Cloud is the worst. I can do it much better with Isabel, but okay, let's see what skins we got for K. Rool because I don't know. I like the pink one. I'm gonna do the pink one. Yeah, let's do the pink one. Chow's pretty good, but so is Banshee. Like, we have a great community full of really good players. This song has been playing for 11 minutes, Chow. Why don't you say something? Yes, swap stage! Swing your body. Hey, Brian, what's up? How you doing, sweetheart? The taunt! He's playing the Orc... Ah! He's playing the Orc Ganon! That's gross, Banshee. Ew. Orc Ganon? Nobody plays Orc Ganon. Oh my god, he's trying to style. Cheating Cloud is Snake. Oh, yeah, you can do that, too. I mean, there's lots of characters you can beat Cloud with. Best Ganon? No! Stop! We don't like orcs around here. Hey, man, how's it going? From the homie, you get what? Are you talking about a bowl of water? You got a bowl of water down from the train station, about Governor? You mean to tell me no one would feel an appeal toward orcs? And that elf bite? What? What are you talking about? Orcs are smelly and gross. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Dr. Dreads, do you like demons? Yeah. I love demons. I have demons, I have inner demons. No, I love Last Guy. I just don't like Orc Ganon. Are you, is this the H anime reference? Are you guys referencing H anime? But I voiced the Orc in Warhammer. Wait, really? That's pretty cool. Ugh. The character I'm worse against are Link and Pokemons. They can be annoying for sure. I get where you're coming from. How do you know about that? I learned it from a friend. Yeah. A friend told me about all that orc stuff and H enemies. They told me all about it. Yeah, so I could avoid it. Yeah. It's Warhammer 40K reference. Everything's a